We know that youth voter turnout is important. We know this matters, and we know that it is pretty dismal. In the 2014 election, only 8.2% of 18 to 24-year-olds cast a ballot. Last year, in the 2018 election, that figure climbed to 27.5%. But that's still less than 1/3 of our young adults who are voting, who are engaging in our democracy, who are making their voices heard. Less than 1/3. We must do better.
With the Civic Empowerment Act, students will be able to have a resource on campus, a voting coordinator that'll be able to teach students about how they can vote, teach them about the process of voting, teach students about where to vote, how they can get registered to vote, and who is on the ballot, what is on the ballot. It will give students the resources they need to be educated and informed citizens and informed voters.
This bill will allow students like myself access and resources to participate in our beautiful democracy, which is something we so very, very need to do.
We ask our legislators, our colleges, our universities, our representatives to understand the pivotal role that higher education plays in providing a comprehensive education and democratic engagement.
By being able to have AB 963, it will give a little bit of the power back to the students to be able to make decisions that would impact them as well as their communities. By having someone specialized in the job, it will give students the information that they need in order to make the best decisions possible.
We need to help ensure that we empower young people with the tools to make sure that they are changing the communities that they see.
We know from our work, having talked to thousands of young people, that they really want to vote. But what's heartbreaking is that they often feel ashamed, like somehow it's their fault they don't know how. Well, it's not their fault, it's actually our fault.
This coordinator will develop a civic and voter empowerment action plan specific to their campus. This plan will ensure that we are communicating voting dates and critical election information to students. We have 3.1 million students throughout California's 147 public universities and colleges. 3.1 million students. For these students, a comprehensive education does not end at the classroom door. It extends into the real world. We want to teach our students to be engaged citizens, to shape their own political reality, and to shape the future of the great state of California.
By empowering students to vote, students will be empowered to be able to vote in elected officials that represent their interests.
The students that you see behind me represent the outcry of over 3.1 million individuals who make up our state's higher education system. And we are all asking for our legislators to support us while we uplift and educate ourselves.
When students have the right knowledge, they gain the confidence and the will to make it to the ballot box. In 2020, half the state will adopt the Voters' Choice Act, a whole new way of voting. This means this bill is more urgent than ever. In fact, when you have young people from communities who are first generation, they're often the ones who teach their own parents how to vote. There's a heavy lift right now.
I feel pretty secure that our democracy is in really good hands.